How's it, guys? Welcome back to FX Rhapsody. Today we're looking at a bit of crypto market. Not my favorite, if I can be honest, but give me any trader in this world currently that's not keeping its eye on the crypto market. I do every now and then. I just look at what is happening in the crypto market and then keeping tabs on that as well. Bitcoin is obviously currently in a very bearish movement, doing a huge pullback in the market. And I thought, let's make a quick little video just to show my sentiments on what is happening. Before I give my, let's call it analysis to where I think Bitcoin will go, let me first show you something very interesting to what, or how you can, focus on Bitcoin and how you can possibly trade it in the market. Now, if we look at a 4-hour time frame, I'm not going to drill down any further than that, meaning I'm not going to go deeper into a 1 hour and so forth, seeing that this is more of a swing trading market, if I can say that. It's more of an investment. But I will show you some interesting theories, or not theories, but the way that I trade it, or possibly if you had to trade it or wanted to trade it. So basically, as you can see, we had a little low that happened over here. So price coming down, going up into, pulling back into a high. This is now with this downwards movement in the market. And you can see this low was broken right around this area. And with that break, you can see that fair value gap forming again. And guys, I do this in my currencies as well, and I'm just showing you how this actually plays out in the crypto markets as well. So whichever pair you trade, whatever currency, crypto, whatever you are trading, just go look at this. Okay, so you can see this bearish candle, big push in the market, going forming, breaking that low, that the previous low that was there. And then the price just going back into that imbalance in the market. I keep saying that in all my videos. So just, you can see price pushing back into that imbalance and then pushing down even lower. You can, if I just scroll up to where this all started, little pullback, round about, just gonna see how far we can go up. Here we go. All right. So you can see this nice little top forming. So it's a nice little swing high at the top, and then price started moving down to the downside. Basically, started its, bearish movement. So you can see price pushing in, huge bullish candle, making that last run, and then price just consolidating into that area, and with that consolidation, you had a nice little break in that consolidation. Just going to change this color. Okay, you had that break in consolidation, and with that break again, a nice bearish candle forming a fair value gap in the market, that imbalance in that market. As you can see that, just zooming in a little bit, and you can pull that, make that little block. I always do, just pull it across, and you can see price getting drawn to that area, into that imbalance, and that is where, nice area for sell opportunities. And as you can see, price just selling off from there. If you had to place a sell, if you were looking at going into the market, putting your stops right about there, and you can see that, the candles didn't go and stop hunt those entries over there, and then that's a nice little entry for this currency pair. If you had to miss that one as well, you can see price going down, consolidating even more. This is all 4 hours, so it takes some time. Okay, this is very patient. You need to be very patient in this, consolidating into this area, going down even more. There's no gap being formed over here. As you can see that, there's no gap, the previous candle and that candle. So you wait until price goes down even more, and then there's a nice little break again down. Now with this break in formation, just wanted to highlight that. So there's a little break over there. That break in formation created another fair value gap in the market. Okay, just going to highlight it up to there because I want to show you something interesting. So you have that break in consolidation, or that break in formation, creating that imbalance in the market. Price going and pushing into that, selling off a bit, but then you see price pushing up even more into another fair value gap that was just above that area over there, as you can see right about there. And if you draw that across, that's the area that I'm looking at. Okay, so that was another sell opportunity. You could have caught a small little sell area, depending on how you decide if you wanted to trade Bitcoin this way and not form it at, or not take it on as an investment. But look at that fair value gap forming, but you always look a little bit back for another fair value gap in the market, another imbalance in the market with that big bearish candle that pushed down, and you can see price going into that area. And if you had to trade that, that is where you place your sell entry over there with a nice little risk in place up there, and then price started moving down. Okay, so what are we looking at currently? We're going down here, and as you can see, again, another formation forming, price just starting to consolidate, or a little bit let's call it consolidation in the market. You see that break happening, and that is where I highlighted out that nice little break, forming that imbalance again in the market as we currently stand at. Price retracing back, filling that gap again, and now this is now a nice time to a possible sell off again. If you are not in a sell, if it's not an investment, currently for me, I don't think it's the right time to buy Bitcoin yet. And the reason for that is, let us go back to the monthly time frame. Just take this out. Okay, so monthly time frame, with any other forex pairs or whatever you trade, history tends to repeat itself. Okay, that is basically what happens. Now, if you look at a monthly time frame on this cryptocurrency, I'm just going to zoom in a little bit more just to make it more visible for you. Okay, right. So you have got this, obviously the low is where Bitcoin started out. We had this nice little peak in 2017-18, and then we had this nice pullback again in 2019. So that pullback was how much percent of that rise, basically? So you could see price pulling back at least to a 85%, close to 85, 86, 87%. So it's in between the 85 and 90% area. Okay, just going to highlight this for you. That was our pullback. Right, that is our pullback. That is where price pulled back into. So it pulled back 90%, almost 90% of its way from that rise. Okay, if you understand what I'm saying, right? So that was our first little retracement area. Now we're highlighting, or we're just increasing or just maximizing it again. Then we saw another increase in price, or a rise in price. Not, let's call it price, but I mean Bitcoin moved up, huge push to the upside. Okay, then it started pulling back again, and this time again, look here, this time just passed or surpasses that 90% area. Okay, so again, in between the 85 and 90% area, that's how much it pulled back. Okay, so what are we currently looking at? Do that, just minimize it a little bit. So now we're taking it from this low to that high. The highest is gone, and now we can see that price is relatively close to that 8%. So there's key areas in the market, or in this Bitcoin market, that I'm just going to highlight out. 2 price areas. Let's make it another color. It's that, and then that 90% relatively there. Okay. Right about there. Let's take out our Fibonacci. So my sentiment is, or my outlook is, price is definitely going to be going into that area. So that is going to be, let's call it a rough area in the market. So we're looking at price falling even more, hitting that 13,600 mark, 10,000, let's call it 10,800 or 10,500 mark. So we're looking at Bitcoin at least going to that area, even a little bit further down, before we're looking at any buy opportunities. So currently, for me, if I had to invest into Bitcoin and looking at, buying into it, I would just wait, wait a couple of months, a month or two at least, to see what is happening with this price and what is happening with Bitcoin. But I'm pretty sure Bitcoin is still going to drop a little bit, and especially going down even more. A lot of guys are saying it's going to fall down even more. It's a possibility, but those 2 areas for me is really, really crucial. So I'm just going to keep that, save that, and let's see what happens in Bitcoin. Guys, that's all from me. A little bit of a analysis on cryptocurrencies. So hope you enjoyed this. If you did, this is my first video doing crypto. So just don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to my channel, hit that notification bell, comment in the comment section. Let me know what you think is going to happen with Bitcoin in the near future. Guys, I hope you are having and had a wonderful weekend. Stay safe and happy trading, guys.